Ashley. Today we'll be going over the lesson 34 fourth grade worksheet. Let's start with check problem solving. Number 1. Claire had chicken, beef, broccoli, and carrots. She bought corn, white bread, and wheat bread. How many choices are there? So we see that there are 1, 2, 3, 4 things here, and then 1, 2, 3 things here. So we're going to do 4 times 3, and that gives us 12. So we'll write 12 choices. Number 2, Anna is ordering a skirt. She can choose black, white, green, blue, or gray, and short or long length. So the different colors that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the different lengths that we have short or long, so 2. We'll do 5 times 2, and we'll get 10. So put 10 choices. Okay, let's take a look at number 3. Which is the best unit for measuring the distance between Miami, Florida, and New York City and New York? Inches, yard, foot, or mile? So, inches you use to measure small things, such as the length of your pencil. Yards you do for a little bit bigger, maybe like the distance between your chair and the chair and the kid farthest in the room. Feet, you could use that, like that's 1 ruler, so you could use that to measure your height. Miles is what you use to measure long distances, like the distance between cities. For example, like how many miles is it from Los Angeles to Yorba Linda, something like that. So best unit for measuring distance between Miami, Florida, New York City, and New York. These are probably going to be measured with the units miles. Okay, let's look at number 1 on review test. So it says write an equivalent fraction for each. We're going to look at number 1, 2/3. So equivalent fractions you can either simplify or you can multiply. So number 1, I'm going to multiply 2/3 by 2, and I get 4/6. Number 2, I'm going to do 3/4 times 3, and I'm going to get 9/12. And as you can see, I'm multiplying by any number I want. You don't have to multiply by like a certain number. This I could multiply by 5, and I get 10/25. Number 4, 1/6, multiply by 2, I get 2/12. Number 5, 4/8, I'm going to divide by 2, and I get 2/4. Number 6, 6/10, I'm going to divide by 2 again, and I get 3/5. So as you can see, just multiply by any number, and you can simplify if it's divisible. So let's move on to number 13, find the sum or difference. So we're going to do 7 over, oops, oh no, my pen. Okay, we're going to do 7/12 plus 6/12. So 12 is a common denominator, so we're going to bring that over. Next, we're going to do 7 plus 6, and that's 13. We're going to change this into 1 and 1/12 because this is basically 12 times 1 plus 1. So we have 1 and 1/12. Okay, next we're going to do 16, 17, 19, 20. So we have 1 and 3/5 plus 7 and 2/5. We have a common denominator, so we're going to add the whole numbers first. Then we're going to add the numerators, 5 over 5. And we know that 5 over 5 is 1 whole, so it's going to be 8 plus 1, which is 9. Number 17, we have 2 and 3/8 plus 3 and 1/8. Again, we have a common denominator, so we're just going to add the whole number in front. Next, we're going to write the common denominator and add the numerator, 3 plus 1, which is 4. So our answer is 5 and 4/8. Number 19, we have 2 and 3/5 minus 1 and 1/5. Common denominator is there again, so we're going to subtract the whole number. 2 minus 1 is 1. Subtract 3 minus 1, which is 2, and bring the 5 over. So this is our answer. And number 20, we have 4 and 2/5 plus 3 and 1/5. We have a common denominator of 5. We're going to add the whole number. 3 plus 4 is 7. 2 plus 1 in the numerator is 3. Bring the 5 over, and this is your final answer. Okay, let's move on to word problems. This is our last section. Number 1, Jim and Brianna each ate 5/12 of the pizza. What fraction of the pizza is left? So each means Brianna ate 5/12 and Jim ate 5/12. So we're going to do 5 over 12 Okay, let me delete this. 5 over 12 plus 5 over 12. And that's going to be 10 over 12. So what fraction of the pizza is left? We're going to subtract this from 1 whole. So it's going to be 12 over 12 minus 10 over 12. And that gives us 2 over 12 is left. So we're going to put 2/12 and subtract. Or we could put addition. I'll just put add and subtract. Number 2. Ling has a set of measuring cups. 3 of the sizes are 3/4, 1/3, and half cup. Put the sizes in order from least to greatest. So in order to do this, we're going to find a common denominator. Common denominator between these is 12. So we're just going to do 9 over 12 because we multiplied this first one by 3 times 3. And the second one, we're going to do times 4. So we get 4 over 12. And the last one, we're going to do times 6. So to list them from least to greatest, 1/3 is the least. And then we have 1/2. And the greatest is 3/4.